doing, Jiminy?
Good to see you, Dave. That's pretty good, yes, sir.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob.
Sir.
You are? Joseph,
David.
David, Camilla,
Roger.
Roger, Jim, I know. Joseph, Roger,
David.
David, Camilla. Okay, beautiful. Today is my favorite topic. By the way, I'm a real estate agent, in case you didn't know. Been doing it for a couple of years, couple of minutes, got my license a couple of weeks ago. And I'm actually with the Hoffman Murphy real estate team, and we are part of Keller Williams South Bay. So I've sold a couple of houses, and this is actually my favorite topic when it comes to real estate: generate your leads. We're going to be talking about lead generation for the next few minutes. I have a hard stop at 3:30 because I've got a home inspection going on in North Torrance. I got to get to the end of it. However, I should be able to cover all the material that you need in this amount of time. When you hear the term lead generation, what do you think?
No, your next time,
Your next client.
Creating this, like, you're actually gonna fall forward with this client, like you're generating out of everybody that you call, this is gonna be the one that's actually gonna stick. Out of everything that you put more.
Okay, that's interesting. You're going to find one that's going to stick.
well,
That's the one. That's it.
Okay. Anybody else, when you hear lead generation, is a lead generation in your mind, is that a term that makes you happy?
put in the point.
That's unusual. Most people despise lead generation because it's difficult, it's hard, it's a challenge. But let's see what we got in here. Oh man, all kinds of junk. Let's see what I want to actually tell you about this. I really hate this whole. Oh, somebody got that. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. Only call people that I'm giving you permission to call. Okay, good. We got that out of the way. All right. So here we are. How many of you have been to a couple of sessions already? 4 sessions.
Good.
Well, I'm good, thank you.
Rosa said you just have to, ooh,
You
use
break it, you
the,
buy it, that's our policy. I got this, I got that.
okay, I think you said you could just use the, like these to switch slides if you need to.
And
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Who said that?
that's why the clicker ran out of battery yesterday.
Oh,
Sign it. I don't know if you.
the mouse?
The clicker, like hanging.
Oh, okay, thank you for
Yeah.
mentioning that. Okay.
Good to know. Clicker ran out of battery. You've been learning about being a real estate expert and taking the actions to put yourself in that category. And how many of you have had your license less than a year? Raise your hand.
I don't even have one.
Okay, so you don't even have your license yet. How long you had yours?
A few years.
A few years. Okay, all right. How many have done a real estate transaction? Jim, I know you have, Jim. Been around forever. So, okay, so some of you have done a real estate transaction. So to become a real estate expert, what does that take?
Time, experience.
As Gary Keller says, time on task over time. It's not going to happen overnight, and just get in there and get bloody and make a mess. All right, so lead generation, what we're talking about here right now is generating leads. How we do that, how we go about finding business. And we're going to be looking at each of you is a lead generator. All right, how do you do that? What is it you're going to do to find human beings to work with? The lead generation model that Keller Williams has put together. We're going to talk about your sphere of influence, or SOI, and then how to expand your sphere of influence, best lead generation practices, and we'll recap and go over some ahas. So, yeah. You, the lead generator. Gary Keller said, my fear of failure was greater than my fear of lead generating. What does that mean to y'all?
You're more afraid to fail than afraid to actually go up and knock on that door.
Right. knock on that door or pick up that phone or face rejection. What's his name? Jim Blount, in his book Fanatical Prospecting, great book, by the way, says rejection sucks. You have to embrace the suck. When we're generating for leads, when we're asking people if they want to do business, how many of them out of 100 people, how many will say, you know what, as a matter of fact, I think I do want to do business?
Okay. I mean, that's not.
If you're lucky, it's a handful. More than likely, you might find one. 1 out of 100. So that means what happened those other 99 times?
Reject.
You got rejected. Were they rejecting you personally?
No.
Not necessarily.
They were rejecting what you were offering. I love the story of if you go to McDonald's and you order your Big Mac, what do they always ask you?
I don't know.
You want fries with that? You want fries with that? And if you say no, you've rejected them. But that cashier doesn't turn around and start crying and run off because they got rejected. Just no, I didn't want fries. And why you would not want McDonald's fries is beyond me, but they're delicious. So yes, he was more concerned about, I don't want to fail, so I have to lead generate. I have to embrace it. That was his point. There are 6 core competencies of any business. The number 1 is to lead generate, capture, and convert people to appointments. 2 is to, this is in, I forget the name of it, present to buyers and sellers and get an agreement, show buyers and market sellers, write and negotiate contracts, coordinate the sale to closing, and manage your money. Those, when you're doing the real estate business, these are the 6 core things that you must do to actually have a business. And what is number 1?
Lead, generate, capture, and convert to appointment.
Lead generation, correct. This is in the book Shift, by the way. So yeah, if you want to read up on that. And lead generation includes talking to people about buying and selling real estate daily, capturing accurate contact information that includes name, phone number, email address, and home address, and any other information the person is willing to share with you, and converting leads to appointments. This is when you find active buyers and sellers, set an appointment to meet, and agree to work together in the buying or selling of real estate. On the team that I'm on, a gentleman by the name of Brady has, my goal used to be make 20 contacts a day. 5 days a week, that's 100 contacts a week. That was once my goal. Brady changed that around and said, make an appointment a day. Make 1 appointment a day, 5 days a week. If you do that, you'll find business. So can I find the people in the database that I can make an appointment with to talk about real estate? That is now my goal, is to make an appointment a day. Okay, here are some lead generation fears and myths. I think lead generation is really difficult. Anybody think that? Raise your hand. Thank you, Camilla, for being honest. I don't have time to lead generate. If you're not lead generating, you don't have any business, so you got plenty of time. I don't know what to say. That's real. You don't know your scripts and dialogues. And I'm afraid of making mistakes. That's that. This one I find newer agents or agents that don't have quite as much experience are concerned about what if they ask me something I don't know the answer to. Great problem. That is a great problem to have. But let's look at the realities. I think lead generation is really difficult. And Gary Keller says, I was confusing effort with enjoyment. Lead generation is actually easy. It's just not fun. Getting rejected fun? I hope somebody's getting that. I don't have time to lead generate. I had an issue making time to lead generate and protecting that time. One thing that I did early on in my career, on my Google Calendar, I blocked out 8 AM to 11 AM, Monday through Friday for lead generation. And that was sacred and holy ground. And thou shalt not transgress upon it. And now that's just my behavior. I come in the morning and I lead generate. And I do that until about lunchtime. Because that's the most important piece of the business. That's the most important thing you can do every single day. I don't know what to say. I had to get on the path of mastering the dialogue skills needed in this business. And that's a matter of role playing with others, finding the best scripts that Keller Williams has to offer, practice them, practice them, practice them. On our team, we will role play before we make a call to a client. Let's say we've got to go tell something to a seller, to a buyer. We'll role play with each other first, so that we're not role playing on our client. We're more confident then. We actually, if some of you were here at the team meeting where Marie Hoffman was up here and we were working with those cards, how to say the right thing, it gives you an objection and then it gives you some starters for those objections. We started doing that 4 days a week, a few minutes, go through 10 of those. You know, this other agent said they will sell it for more. Well, just out of curiosity, what makes you believe they'll sell it for more? Well, there's two types of people in this world. Those that really rely on the numbers and what's going on in the market, and those that just believe whatever they want. Or it gives you a starter so that you know how to, you can ask a question that keeps the conversation going. And since we started doing that practice, the last 5 days, we've done 6 million in business of listings and buyers and escrows open in 5 days. It works. And I'm afraid of making mistakes. I found that lead generation is nothing more than a set of tasks and skills that are well documented. You are not reinventing the wheel. You are not making up anything new. This sales is the oldest profession. There's some that say there's another thing that's the oldest profession. That's a subset of sales. And you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I've been battling a cold, so I'm going to keep liquidated. All right. Here is a picture of a whole bunch of people standing in a circle. Y'all have heard of the sphere of influence, correct? Okay, and SOI. What is the sphere of influence?
Your people you know, family,
People,
friends.
friends, family, people you see kind of like at least like multiple occasions.
Yep. And I want to add a little bit more to that. People who know you and like you and trust you.
Neither. I'll get back.
Hope they do. You hope they do. If you pick up the phone and call somebody in your sphere of influence, what are the odds they're not going to answer?
Rare, really rare.
And are they going to be mean and rude to you when you call them? I've done a lot of cold calling in my career, people, and I've been hung up on and I've been told to F off. And my favorite one was, I hate realtors. I hope you and your children die of AIDS. Yeah. That was 12, 15 years ago that happened. And unfortunately, my kids and I are all still fine. No one's died of AIDS. So that person's dream or wish did not come true. And keep in mind, when somebody does something like that, they're in a bad place. They're the ones that are having an issue. They don't even know me. They're, you know, it's not my problem. It's their problem. So if you do call people who don't know you, you will get some mean people. You just will. The best thing you can put in front of you regarding that is 4 letters. NEXT. Next. Delete, next. I have been treated pretty poorly over the phone many times. Now, your sphere of influence, this is a mathematical way to look at the potential that you have. Right now, how many of you have a database? Raise your hand. Jim does. Raise your hand if you have a database. I'm here to tell you, you all have a database. If you own one of these, you have a database. Now, is this an effective database? No. However, what is on here?
Contacts.
Contacts, name, phone numbers, email addresses, could be physical addresses, okay? How many of contacts do you have on your phone? Go look it up right now. I think if you scroll to the bottom, it'll tell you. I have 3,070 contacts. Now, are there some duplicates in there? Are there some, things that are not complete? Absolutely. But look at how many records you have or how many contacts you have. How many do you have? 428.
75.
75. 1,200.
937.
Okay, there's some good businesses already starting here. And what Keller Williams looking at of the people that you know, number of contacts on your phone, potential closing opportunity from those contacts. So taking your number, the number of contacts that you have, I want you to take that number. Okay, mine's 3,070. Pull out your calculator, 3070. Potential closing opportunity from contacts, A times 0.081. That's times 0.081. And that gives me 248. All right, potential referrals from the database is, mine's going to be 300. So 248 plus 300, 550. Okay, typical commission. I think our average sale is about 1 million times 0.0. We'll just say 25,000. So in my phone alone, 25,000 times 560. There's $14 million worth of business, annual business in my phone. So don't focus too much on expired listings for sell by owner listings, pre-foreclosures, or things like that. Focus on this. All right. What number did some of you come up with?
I got lost.
Income. Okay, so how many are in your phone?
So it was 428, I think.
428. Yeah, you could pretty much just double this. What you got to do though is use 80. You've got 80 potential opportunities. Multiply that by, what did I say our average commission was? 1 million times 0.025, 25,000. So take 80 times 25,000.
Times 25,000.
Yeah.
Is this right what I done? Is this my the people on the phone and this?
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's 97. So keep that one, keep 97. Then you've also got 120, 97 plus 120. Okay, 217 times 25,000. So there's 5 million worth of income in your phone. What are you doing sitting here? Call those people and ask them who they know that might be thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. By the way, if you get nothing else from this class today, I want you to remember this question. Who do you know that's thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate that I can help today? Remember, it's not do you know,
Who do you?
because the answer to do you know is no, I don't know anybody.
Yes, sir.
It's a yes or no. Who raises causes them to stop and think? Jim?
That's a good presentation. You won't believe this, but I did that and they told me, I am.
Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. Thank you, Jim. Yeah. They go, as a matter of fact, it's funny that you call. Oh, I love it when I hear that. It's funny that you called. We were just thinking about it. Or I was talking with so-and-so, or this happened. And if you're calling and talking to enough people and having enough conversations every day, you're going to run into it. It's going to happen. Okay? So you see the potential that is there in your phone.
When talking to these people, would you stick to like the kind of like the same type of energy that you've already given to them like your whole life?
Oh, okay, that's a really good question. Do you have a relationship with these people and you exerted a certain type of personality or energy to them over the years? If you can remember what that is, God bless you. However, one of the most important things to do is mirror and match. If somebody's talking slowly, taking their time, speaking very quietly, if I come in and go, hey, how's it going? Who do you know that's thinking about buying and selling investment real estate? I'm going to blow them over. Yeah, exactly that right there. I'm going to knock them over. So I'll start off by saying, hey, hey, who do you know that might be thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate? I can tell them today. I'm going to mirror and match them. Go to their pace because that builds trust. So good question. All right.
Yeah, and they're teaching Ignite, that's why. It's Ignite, it's going on. Yeah, sorry. But I can finish, once I finish, I can help you.
Okay, you go ahead and finish and help her. Or him. I don't know who it is. Who is it?
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah, he's an agent here.
An agent? Really? With a real estate agent's office? Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so your contact us is your database. By the way, I wish somebody had told me this however many years ago I had a cell phone. I found this app, I think Command may do it for you. I found an app that would download all the contacts on my phone into an Excel spreadsheet. Are you all familiar with Excel spreadsheets or Google Sheets? Okay, so it would take all my contacts in my phone and put them on an Excel spreadsheet. And that Excel spreadsheet is going to have name, first name, last name, maybe their business, their phone number, their email address, and if I have their physical address. And you all have that same thing on your phone. So I suggest you either download your phone into Command, because that's your database, your contact management system, or download it onto an Excel spreadsheet so that you can then start building out a complete database. We talk, what are the 5 things that you need to really have a true record, a contact in your database?
Full name,
Name,
phone number, email,
email address,
physical address.
and physical address. And maybe something about how you know them, who they are, what's the relationship, what their interests are, whatever, some detail about them. So if you download your phone, like, I want you to look at your phone. Starting at A, or grab anyone in there. Oh, I've got the address for her. Okay. Andy King, I've got his home phone number. That's it. I don't have his email address or his address. So what I could do is start with Andy King and go, hey, Andy, this is Bob with Keller Williams Realty. I have you here in my phone and just curious, I'm looking for people that I can help with their real estate needs. Who do you know that could use a hand? Well, if you ever had questions about real estate, what's the best email address for me to contact you? Fantastic. And I'd like to keep you updated on the value of your home. What's your current address? Excellent. And then maybe you can refresh my memory. Why the hell are you in my phone, Andy? I have no idea. I've had to do that sometimes, folks. I've gotten people in my database that I go, hey, I'm calling and I have no idea why you're here. Maybe you can help me out. And sometimes they do. Sometimes they tell you to get lost. Okay, so your database is your contacts in your phone. Have I made that clear? Have I beaten that dead horse well enough?
Sure.
Okay. So what was the phrase I wanted you all to walk out of here with?
Who do you
Who
know?
do you know that's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate?
That I can help
Yeah.
today. All right. David, what is it?
Who do you know that is looking to buy, sell,
Okay, that's fine. Who do you know that's looking? That's fine.
or invest that I can help today?
In real estate. Camilla,
Who do you looking to buy or?
who do you know?
Who do you know to?
Are you more comfortable in Spanish?
No.
Okay,
Who do you know to buy or sell or what else? And real estate. Who do you know to buy or sell or
who do you know that's thinking
thinking
about buying,
about buying, selling or what else?
investing,
Investing,
In-
real estate.
that I can help,
Can I help?
that I can help today? Okay,
Who do you know that is interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate today that I can help?
beautiful. Jimmy, I know you know this one. Did you get it?
No, so who do you know who's thinking?
Who do you know that's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate that I can help today?
Who do you know who's thinking about buying, selling, investing in real estate that I can help today?
Great, now grab your phone and pick one person on there and make that call. Go. And if you get voicemail, just say, hey, this is Dave, give me a call.
Hi, this is Letitia. Hi, can you hear me, Letitia? What?
I'm looking to speak to Aaron. I was calling because I wanted to know if you know anybody that's thinking of buying or selling, investing. You give me a call back as soon as possible.
Never leave that message.
Never leave that message.
Now they know why you're calling, so they don't have to call you back.
Why is he calling?
So if you get a voicemail, just say, hey, this is,
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Buying or
give me a call back.
or interested
Any other
in
chance?
real estate
But
today
if
that I
you
can help.
told him, okay, what that like hidden message that you leave, like how you gonna do hidden message to them?
I'm gonna call and say, hey, this is Camilla.
This is most.
Give me a call back.
I went to high
That's
school.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or-
You have to keep 'em-
overcomplicate
you have
it.
to keep them chased.
Yeah, keep them thinking.
Right, delete that.
Yeah, you should delete that if it's not in service. You got a bad number, now get rid of it.
Rondo. Give me a call back, please, 310-496.
hey, Lucy, it's David, just giving you a call, man, hope you're good. Give me a call back whenever you can, have a good one.
all in big numbers.
Yeah, try to clean it up. I guess you don't have as many as you thought in there.
Forwarded voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
I know,
Please record your message.
I know, but you still do ice?
Yeah, Andrew, it's Bob Walatka, Keller Williams.
You still work on delivering or fixing ice machines?
310-692-4132.
Very good. My name is Jim Provincial, and I met you years ago. I was working with the Nazi Columbus, and you came and fixed our ice machine. I just want to know, I'm in Keller Williams for real estate. Do you know if anybody's thinking
An
of
ice
buying,
machine. Something
selling,
like the
or
industry
investing in real estate
services.
by any chance?
Okay.
Say again? Oh, I'm a real estate broker, and I just want to know if you know anybody that's simply putting buying or selling or investing. You gave it to me, remember when you Knights of Columbus and fixed our ice machine?
How did you get my number? Gave it to me.
No, right now, I just want to see if you know anybody that wants to invest. Because there's a lot of properties to buy right now that you're gonna take advantage of. Okay, I'll call you back and I'll give you more information. Okay, bye.
Good job, Jim. Somebody, and I want to point out, he called somebody a service person that came and fixed the refrigerator. That's okay. By the way, anybody that you write a check to, dry cleaner, barber, grocery store, doctors, anybody that you pay for services should pay you back in referrals and business. Keep that perspective in mind. All right, so from this first section, talking about lead generator, any ahas or thoughts or good stuff you've already learned?
That phrase.
The phrase, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Are there like a set kind of prompts, because we want prompts that we should know before doing it, like commonly like responses to us, like how do I know you, or like where I know you from, why are you calling me? Is there things like that we should kind of
Look at the section.
why are you calling me? I'm a real estate professional, always looking for people to help. How did you get my number? Sharing my phone. I mean, is any of that invalid? Is that a lie? Jim, what did that person say to you?
Oh, he was trying to scratch how, see if you could remember me.
Oh, he was trying to remember who you were.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
And
yeah,
that's when I cut it short and I told him I'll call you
Yeah.
back.
Right.
Over.
okay, no worries. So, yeah, if it's, then, if they're in your phone and they don't really know who you are they really your sphere of influence? So that's where those 3,000 records that I have in my phone, 3,000 contacts I have in my phone, is probably closer to 500. Okay, maybe 1,000. That really, if I picked up and called them, they'd go, "Hey, Bob, what's up?" Yeah, they know me. Okay, so and that phrase, by the way, hey, I'm reaching out because I'm always looking for people to help. That's genuine, right? That's honest. I'm reaching out because I'm always looking for people to help. Who do you know that's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate that I can help today? Do you notice how that just flies out of my mouth effortlessly? And that's where you want to get to. One of those things was, I don't know what to say. Guess what? Now you know what to say. You just have to be competent at it. Who do you know that's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate that I can help them? Don't say it that fast. You gotta be that comfortable with it.
And here's another important thing is, once you get somebody that's interested, you guys are kind of new. I'm kind of old. We're the same boat. So I'm here. The market changes through the years. And when you get a hot lead, you gotta get somebody that will help you, that you know, that knows the game. You gotta share the commission, but you'll have all the answers.
So, yeah, if you do find somebody in your phone over the next week that says, yeah, I want to sell my house. Yeah, I want to buy a house. And you don't know what you're doing, well, you should be in the mentor program with Fred, or you can find an agent that can help you with it. And you can work out who gets paid what, or what have you. That's all negotiable, that's all workable. And find someone that can hold your hand through the process. I would encourage you, don't wait until you're ready. Because if you make an appointment to go list a house or sell a house, or make an appointment to do a buyer consult, guess what? You'll figure out how to do the presentation. Because now you got the pressure to do it. Otherwise, you can take months and months and months to put together the perfect listing presentation, the perfect buyer presentation. And if you have no one to give it to, what do you need it for?
You said there's a mentor program with Fred?
Fred. Frederick. Yeah, there's a mentor-mentee program. We'll team you up with an experienced agent that'll help you through your first 3 transactions. Yeah, so you can talk to Fred about that if you need some help. And what you can do, you're not licensed, right? Okay.
I'm gonna take my exam on the 25th.
All right, you can still start building your database. Because the odds that you're gonna get somebody on your phone that's ready to go right now are slim to none. Now, it might be 3 months, 6 months, a year, or whatever it is. By then you'll have your license book, and now you'll have them in your database. And it's a simple thing for you to go, who do you know that could be thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate? Well, I know somebody. Great, I've got a great agent on my team that we can work on it together. I'll be getting my license in a couple of weeks, but this other seasoned veteran can help you through it. Build the database now. I wish I had done that.
Can you repeat one more,
Yeah.
your answer to why are you calling, or?
Why are you calling me? I'm always looking for people to help. And getting referrals from great people like you, because I like working with great people, and I'd love to work with people like you. And I'm sure that you know great people. So who do you know that's thinking about it? Okay, all right. Now, the lead generation model, we're getting a little technical here. Lead capture is the activity, what you all just did was lead capturing, reaching out to somebody and finding out if there's any interest, or do you have complete information about them in your database. That is at the front end of the lead generation model. We're at number 1. And they're going to cover your database and cultivating and rinse and repeat done there at the bottom. Okay. And lead generation is simply getting people into your database. That's a very front end of the lead generation process. And there's 2 different things, prospecting and marketing. Our lead generation activities that deliver your business into your business. Now, here's the thing. Gary Keller how many of you have heard of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, the MREA? One person.
The book?
The book.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. In that book, he says your business should be marketing based and prospecting enhanced. That's what he said when he originally wrote it. When he wrote Shift, he flipped it. Because the marketing costs are high. Prospecting costs are very, very low. Okay, what is marketing? In the real estate industry, what do we do to market?
Is that like the flyers?
Flyers.
Or whatever, mailers?
Flyers, mailers, cards, yeah.
Social media?
Social media, yeah, it is. Yeah, social media is marketing. You aren't directly reaching out to people. You're just putting something up there. And if you're running Facebook ads, there's a cost associated with that. Now, if you want to find business this way, Alleghena, Jay Tan, Ray Millman, who's no longer here, he's with Compass, I think. Those people started mailing into a 2,000 to 5,000 house farm 15 years ago. And they just consistently mail into those farms. Jay did it in a shorter amount of time. However, he did it consistently. He door knocked and delivered quarterly flyers as well as just listed whatever cards to his farm, his neighborhood. Though they will tell you, you have to mail into that farm for 18 months before you ever see any results. Yes. So if you're hoping that just mailing stuff is going to get you business, it's unlikely. I did a 600 record farm, a postcard once a month. That was, I forget who the company is, that would give them their value. People could scan the QR code and see the value of their property. And I would see people scan it every time that card went out. There were a couple that scanned. I'd attempt to reach out to them. I did that for a period of 12 months, 14 months. I got this on. Okay, it was only 600 records and probably wasn't long enough, but that marketing is money intensive. It's passive and you're looking at long-term results doing that. Prospecting is time intensive, it takes time. But it's proactive and you get immediate results.
So will like door knocking be under prospecting?
100%. There's a gal, I forget her name, she's on the ALC now. We were at an ALC meeting last Friday. She was talking about how I hated calling. I hated door knocking when she first got into the business. So I did open houses. I would do open houses every day, 30 days out of the month. I would do them every day. I'd select random times. If it was near a school, I would do it when the kids were getting out of school. So I could talk to parents or what have you. That was her way. And she's got a great business now.
That's smart.
It is really smart. So, and it's a question of, and there are listings in our office that you can hold open if you ask the agents. Yeah, there's a way to search for them in our MLS system. You look for our office in the MLS and see what's out there and reach out to agents and see if you can help them by holding it open. Okay. So those are some of the ways that you can do this. Now, relationship management. A database is a container that holds the information, your leads and contacts. What's the database that you all have available to you as a Keller Williams agent? Command, yeah. You can upload your records into Command, and now you've got a system that will email them. You may be able to text from it. You can definitely call them because they're on your phone. And if you have a smart plan, it will send them an email once a month. So that way you're keeping in front of them. A smart database or data bank allows you to have planned and meaningful communication with your database. Where I'm at, we use a system called Follow Up Boss. And we're able to tag records, and I'm able to see a lot of information about these people and what they are and who they are. So I know who and what I'm calling. Every day I've got tasks and calls to make to touch the people that are in the database. If I don't, I'll dig into it and find some more. And then you cultivate contacts for conversation, interactive or needs-based offering, whatever. Okay. Leads are people who you have earned the right to at least have a one-way conversation with. Contacts are people you've held a two-way conversation with and whom you've established a value-based relationship with. So it's kind of granularly defining the difference between a lead and a contact. A lead is just someone that's made it into your database. A contact is someone that you've had two-way communication with. And gotten permission to contact. By the way, somebody shared with me this technique. I never implemented it fully. They say it works like a gem. The people that you call and ask, who do you know that's thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate? Now, those are the people that really know you and like you. They're all gonna say, gosh, I can't think of anybody right now, but I'll surely let them know. I'll pass your name along. I'll give them your number. By the way, if they give the other person the card or your number or your name, you will never, ever hear from them. You need to be the one that initiates the contact with them. So when those people say, oh yeah, of course I would refer you. Yeah, I like you, I know you, you know, whatever, I trust
Give me
you.
their number.
Yeah, I would refer you. You say, great. Would you be offended if I check back with you in a couple of weeks to see who has come to mind?
Instead of asking.
And what will they say?
I mean, either yes or no.
Well, they're gonna say, sure. You're a friend of theirs. Sure. Call me in a couple of weeks, yeah. Do you call them in 2 weeks and say, hey, just want to see, we talked a couple of weeks ago about who you might know. Who have you run across? Nobody yet. Sorry. Okay. Would you be offended if I check again in 2 weeks? No, go right ahead. The person that shared with me this technique or program told me that almost always by the third call they had a name.
Because they didn't want to chip.
Getting that call from you. Exactly. I'm gonna come up with somebody now. This is what happened. It's a reticular activator. Are you thinking about your friends and their business and how you can help your friends and their business 24 hours a day or during the day? Probably not. And those people on our phone who know, like, and trust us, that know we do real estate, they're not thinking about us. And so the odds that when a coworker is talking about, oh, I'm thinking about moving or selling or doing whatever, the odds that you're going to come to mind are slim, unless you've been communicating with them. And then they go, oh, you know what? You should call Camilla. She was reaching out to me about that. Is it okay if I have her give you a call? And by the way, you want to train people how to give you a referral. Because they will say, oh, I'll let them know about you. That's great. Will you do me a favor? May I reach out to them? Can I get there? Will you get permission from them for me to call them? There's the one that loved to do open houses. That's right. I was just mentioning you.
Yep.
Would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Noemi Ramirez. And I love doing open houses. They're the best.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
the best way to get free leads, and it's the best way to meet people and build your database. And I mean, my first year, I think I got 3,000 clients out of it. And I follow up with them and.
Thank you.
Thank you, open houses.
Yeah. Speak of the devil. All right.
Somebody's not muted.
Yeah. Is there a way we can,
You can mute them.
Omar needs to be muted? Okay. There we go. All right, cool. Thank you.
You can exit.
Exit out. Relationships must be attended to, cared for, and cultivated. Got to stay in touch, basically. And you're going to get lessons on how to do that at a deeper level. Here's the types of communication. Phone call, that's my favorite. Not everybody's. Phone call is my favorite. And you can tell by my voice and tonality that I have a face for radio. Nobody got that. Okay, email, text message. This one has really, really grown over the last several years. I used to be a cold caller. And I found that the number of pickups dropped off dramatically. It went from about 15% would answer down to 3%. And it's become less effective unless you know them. Text messages, though, can be more effective. Face-to-face is the absolute best. KW app, handwritten communication, writing thank you notes, cards, what have you. I don't know that I've ever gotten business from this. Maybe I have indirectly, but no one's ever said, yeah, I got your handwritten notes, so that's why I wanted to reach out to you. And when I get a brand new lead, I will call them, email them, and text them. And I will do that several days in a row until they respond. I meet somebody at an open house. I put them into our database, which is, I can do it on my phone. I put them into a database and I text them, hey, great to meet you today. Then the next day I call them, email them, and text them. Hey, we talked at the open house, your plans were to do X, Y, and Z. And then the next day I'll phone call, email, text. And I'll do that for about 5 days. And see if they either fly or die. And if I never hear from them, I was never going to, and that's okay. And some will respond and say, oh yeah, sorry, here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. Client and referral loop. There are some agents that they can just live in this space right here. Naomi and her 3,000 records, they'll just send her referrals. That's one of the best and easiest ways of getting business. And you're going to be starting out by looking for referrals from people who know, like, and trust you. And if you give value and help people out, then you'll get it back. You repeat a referral business. And so here is that whole lead generation model all put together. You capture the lead, maybe at an open house, maybe outdoor knocking, maybe you're calling a neighborhood. You get the contact information, you add it to your database. You make contact with them and determine what their need is, if at all. And then you come up with a plan for how you're going to continue to contact them. And you keep doing that until they do something. And once they do something, now they're in your database and you ask them for referrals. Or until they're ready to do something else. They're ready to make a move again. I've got people in my system that are looking at making a move. That I helped them several years ago. And now they're going to move and do something else. So that is the whole system put together. And Command, for those of you that don't have a contact management system, Command is this thing right here. That's where you keep them. You have to have some kind of system to remind you to make the calls, some kind of system that's going to automate some of the processes for you so that you'll remember to stay in touch. And lead generation never ends. 65 years old. I've been doing this business over 25 years. I lead generate every day. Sorry. That's the bad news. Okay, from that segment about the lead generation model, anything you've got?
Prospecting versus
Mhm.
I think I really like the texting. I think it's becoming a lot more common now.
Yeah.
It's such an easy way because you can still have them opt in. You can pre-qualify them through texting. At least they'll get like a yes or a no. And then you can follow up with them by call. They're just better quality leads for mass leads.
Okay. And
I think
if you call somebody, text them, and email them, how they respond to you tells you what their preferred method of communication is. And you can ask them, what do you prefer? Phone call, text, or email? And I hear you. My concern is we can fall back on texting a little bit too much at times.
no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
But and you're young.
But
And so texting may be the thing that your age group is doing. That's how you communicate. Or Facebook, not Facebook, sorry. What would be the messaging from WhatsApp? Whatever it is, yeah. Okay, then that's a reality. I get it. All right, I want to make sure we keep going here because I want to get you this information. Your sphere of influence, this is going to talk about diving into it and segmenting it. I have to tell you, this is not necessarily something I've done. What it is really telling you is what are the various areas of your life that you're involved in? Some of you go to church. There's a group right there of people that you could segment your database into those people that are they go to church with you. And you have to share something in common with them, and you can actually send them information that's specific to what their interest is. I do theater. So I can put people in my database that love theater, do theater, so I can give them content about what's going on in the theater world or the theater community that resonates with them and is more meaningful to them. Maybe you play golf. You golf with some people. So now they're a part of that community. Restaurateurs. Oh, and great professionals like, here's a good one to know. Trust attorneys. Why would we want to know a trust attorney?
You can refer them to banks.
Right. Trust attorneys, their job is to, or estate planning or trust, their job is to help people with their financial assets and legally protect them. And put them, every property should be in a trust. It just should. So that when that person passes, it goes to the correct people. I've built a couple of relationships with trust attorneys. Here's what I found. When I referred a trust client to them, somebody who needs a trust, needs help with their trust, literally within the next day or within the week, I receive a referral to somebody that needs to sell or probate. I got a probate lead from a trust attorney that I referred business to this last year. So finding a trust attorney that you can help give value to, because you will run into people who don't have their homes in a trust. If you talk to enough people, you're going to run into them. My favorite one is people, I would call them and I'd say, hey, what would it take for you to move? I'm never moving. I'm going to die here. Great. How do you feel? And they'd laugh. I say, I understand, no problem. Is your property in a trust so that when the time comes, it will convey to who you want it to? And if it was yes, great. If it was no, can I refer you to somebody that can help you put it into a trust? Now I've got something of value that I can give to a trust attorney that can now give value back to me. See how it all works? That's how the universe operates, folks. You give and then you receive. Isn't that in the Bible, Jim?
Yeah.
You reap what you sow.
Let me add to that. Real fast.
Jim, what I've found about you, knowing you over these many years, is nothing is real fast.
I've had my broker's license since I was 40 years.
That you're 40 years old, or you've had it 40 years?
Since that, well, I've had it for 40 years. And I got a bunch of properties that was my first thing is to buy. And then I put them in a trust. And the main benefit for a trust is you can use it real fast is you save a lot of tax money.
Okay. You want to save on taxes? I don't know what the legality behind it is. I'll believe you on that, Jim. What I want you to do right now is for you personally, take a couple of minutes, and I want you to come up with 3 areas that you're involved. Like I just mentioned, I do theater. I know Jim's involved in his church. He's also involved with Knights of Columbus. Okay, what are 3 areas that you're involved in, or groups that you are associated with? Go. Write something, Camilla.
Church,
Church,
family.
family, okay. School. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I want you to write those down, and I want you to find 5 people that you get complete contact information on in each of those groups. That's your exercise for the next week. So at your church, find 5 people at your church that you could say, I'm involved in real estate. I'm always looking for people to help. Would it be okay for me to reach out to you periodically to find out who you know that needs help? You're not going after them, you're asking who they know. And that will let people's guard down, and then they'll say, sure, you can help, reach out to me. And involving your school. Family is the easy one. Your family wants to help you. Unless you did something to piss them off. Okay. Or it might be an industry that you were in or previously are in. I know a lot of people start off doing real estate part-time because they've got to have the income from their full-time job. So those people there are all prospects for your database. All right, good. Okay, categorizing. Here, oh, hey, here, that can help you out. Real estate services, or even, what's the point of having real estate agents? I don't know. Home and auto services, personal services, financial, legal, that's a real good one. Professional, teachers, hobby, sports group, past coworkers. How many of you had a career before doing real estate? And those people that you worked with at that other career all know you and like working with you and like you. Guess what? They're all possibilities for leads that can become contacts. Bueno? Categorizing your sphere. Okay, we're talking about that. Build your SOI day by day. Okay. So by looking at those categories and expanding on those, now that can help simplify where do I focus? Where do I start? Okay, so you've got your task and you've got to build your sphere of influence day by day. Old law, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. That's one of my favorite ways. As you saw in the last exercise, sometimes all you need to do is think about things from a different angle and you can achieve more. You found more members of your sphere of influence simply by viewing them as categories of people that you know. All right, any revelation from that last segment?
What you just said right now.
And grow your group.
Grow your groups. And then expand your groups. Yeah, as you think about it, you go, oh yeah, wait a minute, I'm involved in this thing over here as well. Who can I add under that? Expanding your SOI. Add more personal information to your SOI contacts. Really? Okay. A good touch campaign consists of several types of interactions, face-to-face, email, handwritten notes, etc. In order to complete these touches with everyone in your SOI and database, you need to have all their contact information. Yeah, we knew that. Okay, phone number, work address. Ooh, work address, oh. Contact information is important because we want to reach out to them in various ways. Yes. Okay, so we knew this. I talked about this already. When it's talking about expanding your SOI, what it's saying is have complete information on your SOI. When I see expand your SOI, that means to me add to it. Or put more records in there, put more people in there. And just ask them for their contact information. And they may give it to you and they may not. And guess what? If they don't give you their contact information, what does that tell you about the odds that you're going to get business from them?
Yeah.
So do you dwell on it or waste time on it?
No.
No. Delete, next. How many of you didn't realize when you got your real estate, or going to get your real estate license, that you were entering the sales profession?
We did not realize.
How many did not realize it? You did?
Yeah.
Okay, you knew. Camilla, did you know?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
David, you knew? Okay. Roger? You knew? Okay, good. Jim?
I'm an engineer by trade,
Jim's an engineer.
and I graduated, I retired from engineering,
Mm-hmm. He graduated from engineering.
And you're always a salesman, no matter what your title is.
Well, you're a salesperson.
Person.
Camilla's not a salesman. Camilla's a salesperson, as you all are. Yeah, yeah. I love the profession of sales. There is no ceiling on your income. Unfortunately, there's no floor either. Strengthen casual connections. Somebody that you may just, there are, oh my goodness, at Trader Joe's over here in the village, Riviera Village, where I shop almost daily. That's how bad I am. I know all of those people. They all know me. There's prospects there that I could potentially get into my database. It's, oh, hey, or the restaurants or bars that I go to on a regular basis. You'll see some of the same people. And you have opportunity to strengthen those relationships, get in a conversation with them. By the way, one of the best things that you can do when you meet somebody, Starbucks, store, in line, somewhere, whatever, introduce yourself. And then ask, what do you do for a living?
Very nice.
Ask them what they do for a living. Oh, I'm involved in this, that, and the other thing. I do this, that, that. Oh, that's awesome. Then what will happen? What will they say? Exactly. You give first, and then it comes back. Oh, you can join groups that connect with you with the very similar interests and values. There's a group, the Beautify the Esplanade group. One Saturday a month, they go out and clean up the Esplanade over here in Redondo Beach. There could be Habitat for Humanity. There could be charity groups, organizations that you could belong to and get involved and help. Volunteers are always needed for different things. And if you explore that, dig into that, if that's something that you're passionate about, have an affinity for, absolutely go for it. Referrals, again, are the absolute best. Because now when I can call somebody and say, hey, David said I should give you a call about the fact that you're thinking about making a move. He said, oh yeah, David told me you were going to call. That's much stronger and easier
Than no.
than no. Absolutely. Yeah, what does that say up there? Gather leads from your sphere of influence. I am building my business on people I know and the people they know. Do you know of anyone? What are you saying do? No, who do you know from family or friends, work, neighborhood, or group you belong to who's thinking of buying, selling, investing in real estate? Where did you hear that? I'd be pleased to be a resource for them. If you hear of someone with a real estate need, will you keep me in mind and let me know right away? And they will all say, oh, of course, yes, I will, of course, absolutely. Then what are you going to say after they say, yes, of course?
Great. Let's do it.
What did I teach you to say?
Wanna me call you back?
Oh.
Do you want me to call you back? No, they do not want you to call them back.
Can I?
Would you be offended? By the way, would you be offended is powerful.
Okay.
Because no, I'm not offended. Would you be offended if I reached out in a couple of weeks to see who's come to mind? So when you ask, will you keep me in mind? They'll all say yes, of course. Would you be offended if I checked in with you in a few weeks to see who's come to mind? No, yeah, that's fine. Go right ahead. And then you call them in a few weeks and see who's come to mind. It's that simple. How many of you hear that and you think, oh man, I'm asking too much? Camilla?
I don't know.
When I talk about this, asking people you know to help you, a lot of people have a challenge with that. Think, well, man, I'm asking for help, and you know what? That just doesn't seem right. Is anybody in that mind space? Good, don't get in that mind space. Because people who know, like, and trust you want to help you, they just need to be reminded. How they can.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Jim.
With our new contracts and everything, is it permissible to ask them that without asking them, are you working with a realtor?
What do you mean?
Well, they might be under contract with another realtor to find a property.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, I've asked when we've done cold calling,
Yeah,
and like, oh, you are working with somebody, or have
Yeah.
you signed a contract with the
Yeah.
agent?
yeah. Yeah, who were you cold calling?
Like on Wednesdays, we
Yeah.
have like a list.
Yeah, what's his name?
Eric.
Eric, yeah, Eric is doing, you've got a list, yeah, and you're making cold calls, yep. Let me ask you, how effective is that? How many people have you added to your database making those calls?
I just started.
Just started,
Literally
okay.
last week, so I
Yeah.
made a few calls, but so it was good, it was just a good.
What was, who was on the list?
Expired,
Yeah.
yes.
Expired listings, yeah. I will tell you, in my 25 years of doing real estate, I have called expireds many times. I maybe done one or two from expired. It's not my wheelhouse, not one of my strengths. Some people it is. I've listed and sold more for sell by owners than I have that. I've listed and sold pre-foreclosures. People that are facing foreclosure. So yeah, that's expireds are okay. Good luck with that.
One of his main ways of doing it that he does it is he tells them that he's got buyers that are buying cash.
I have that too. Yeah, we all, once you get into real estate, you'll be getting texts from investors that will ask you if you have any flips. Every week. I can show you on my phone, I get texts from investors asking if I have any flips. Oh, yeah. I can call up any expired and say, hey, I've got buyers that'll pay cash for your house. Here's the problem. They're not gonna pay the value you want. The reason they're gonna pay cash is because they're looking to flip it. And they wanna get it below market value. So do you want that, or would you like to get the most for your home? Which is usually what they want to do. Okay? And then there's something about a success system that I'm supposed to tell you about. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. What is this? No, I'm not gonna go all there. Okay. So that's there we go. I kind of blew through this information, but that's good because got to the core elements of what I wanted you to understand. What's the most important job that you have every day? Lead generation. What is that? What is lead generation for you? How are you going to do it? You're going to go door knocking. How often?
Everything.
Every day. How many doors will you hit every day?
I guess I can have a goal for like 50 doors, I don't know.
You're going to hit 50 doors a day, 5 days a week,
That's
or it's going to be 7 days a week.
Yeah.
7 days a week?
7 days,
Okay, so you're going to,
350 doors a week.
yes, 350 doors a week. 50 times, I would recommend taking a day off. So let's do 6 times 50. That's 300 doors a week. Of those 300 doors, you will likely, when you talk to 50, you'll likely speak to 15.
Really? That's fine, okay.
15 times 6. So that's 90 conversations a week. Now, is this going to be in your farm, an area you live?
Yes.
Where is that?
In San Pedro,
In San Pedro. Okay, whereabouts?
by the Korean Bell.
Okay.
That area.
Oh, yeah, right on. Awesome. That's a good area to go. So you're gonna hit 90, you're gonna have 90 conversations a week. What will be your objective in doing that?
Get in contact, like phone number, Well, I know they're out.
Yeah. Awesome. When are you going to do that? What time of the day?
In the morning.
What time in the morning?
I'm thinking between 9 and 12.
Okay, so you're starting at 9 o'clock, you're gonna hit your first door,
Correct,
6 days a week.
correct.
Okay, until you
Yeah,
hit
and
50
adjust.
doors and then you're done.
Yeah, and then adjust time if I have to.
What did he and I just have a conversation about?
Like goals, I guess.
A system.
Yeah.
His system is, in his neighborhood, how many doors in your neighborhood, by the way?
I don't know.
You gotta find that out, and you can talk to a title rep, any one of the title reps would be happy to help you out. And find out, okay, I'm in this area, how many doors are in my neighborhood? They can give you information about the owners, how long they've lived there. Is somebody been in there 30 years and ready to move? There's a lot of content or data that you can get on people from title reps. But that's gonna be a system for you, Dave or David?
Dave, it doesn't matter either.
Well, which one do you prefer?
Dave is fine.
Okay, Dave, that's your system. When are you starting it?
Literally waiting for the business card so I can at least.
Don't wait for the business card.
Okay.
Does Gary Keller, if you ask Gary Keller for his business card, he'll tell you, I don't have one on me, can I get your information?
Okay.
So are you starting tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Great,
And title pool and equity report,
equity report,
or
just
just,
let you know how much equity they have,
yeah.
they have equity. I
Yeah, I
promise
mean,
you,
they've been there forever.
depending on how long they've been there,
Yes. Yeah,
and yes, they can pull you in an equity report, correct. Jim, you gonna tell me your lead generation model?
Yeah, a good generation model that I found successful is beg or borrow or whatever you can to have somebody else's house listed, have it open and go around 10 blocks before you open it.
Okay, Jim brings up a very, very valid point. If open houses are your thing, before you do the open house, go knock on at least 25 doors or 50 doors, bless you. And invite people to the open house. You're not going to ask them if they want to buy or sell, you're just going to invite them to an open house. Very easy thing to do. I did this in advance of an open house in Torrance several years ago now. And I ran into Carolyn Beach. And it was, hey, I'm doing an open house down here. Who do you know that may want to buy it? Oh, I don't know anybody, and I'm not moving. I'm gonna die here. Right on, Carolyn. You need any help with? Is your property in a trust? Yep, yeah, it's in a trust. That's all taken care of. Great. Do you need any help with repairs or improvements to your place? So I've got great people I can refer to you. By the way, somebody who's not doing anything, is it in a trust? You need repairs or improvements? I'm giving. Said, you know, as a matter of fact, this door right over here that goes into the garage, that frame is a little messed up. I need somebody that can help with that. So I got a great handyman for you. I'll get you his contact information. What's your email? What's your best phone number for you? Okay, I'll get that to you. Now I've got her contact information. She went in my database. Reached out afterwards, a month or so later. Oh yeah, you did a great job, took care of it. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Tried a few more times to contact her. Didn't have any success. Less than a year later, I think it was, I got a call from Dennis. Hey, is this Bob? You helped out my aunt with a repair on the house, or gave her a handyman? Yeah, Dennis, I did. How is she doing? I haven't heard from her. Well, she passed in the house, like she said she was going to. Died of cancer, took about 6 weeks. And she said, before she passed, she gave me her card, said to call you to sell her house. Just talk to people and help them. That's all you gotta do. Camilla, what are you gonna do to lead generate?
To find the people who have done their open house. And the second thing I'm gonna do door knocking.
Okay, so are you gonna door knock around the open house, or are you gonna door knock in your farm?
Door knocking in my farm.
Okay, how many doors are in your farm? You're gonna find out through asking a title rep. Okay, when are you gonna start doing door knocking?
Thursday, this Thursday.
You're gonna start on Thursday. How many doors are you gonna hit each day?
50 or more?
Well, I want a number.
One number. Okay, I'm not sure how many, 50, like, how I can handle 50, so I don't wanna say wrong number and then
I've done
I
it.
commit.
In a
I mean, you
two,
adjust, right? Like I
in a
said, 50.
2 to a 3 hour period, I can hit 100 doors.
Oh, okay.
So maybe 100, yeah,
Okay, how many days a week are you gonna do that?
4 days.
4 days a week, you're gonna hit 100 doors.
Yeah.
So that's 400 doors, and you're gonna get 20 contacts a day from that, so you'll talk to 80 people a week.
Okay.
And those are potentially 80, half of those, a quarter of those you'll be able to add to your database. Okay, then when you've hit those 400 doors, what do you do the next week?
Like-
Then,
I hit another one.
Find 400 more.
okay,
There's probably a thousand in your database, or in your farm, at least. The thing I'm emphasizing with you is a system and a plan. If you say I'm gonna go door knock, and you go out one day and door knock, and that's it, you've done nothing. You have to do it consistently.
It's like 3 months, that was kind of my goal, like every 3 months, we knock,
I would say
Is that
if you can make it happen every 2 months,
okay.
that's better.
same,
J10,
same
you're gonna,
doors?
same doors.
Yeah, I was just like, you go through. the-
J10 will hit the same doors every couple of months.
I was just curious how long.
And then guess what happens when you do that? Oh, hey, Camilla,
Yeah, exactly.
what's going on? Good to see you again. They start to know you. And we work with those we know, like, and trust. You can't do anything yet.
Sorry, I know you're going through it, but so the 2 questions, so do you have your property in a trust? If they say yes.
Oh, if that's it, if I'm gonna die here.
Yeah, like.
And you will get that when you're door knocking, oh, we're gonna die here. Great.
And
And Dave, I want you to have the courage to say, great, how are you feeling? With a smile on your face. And they will laugh. And folks,
Oh,
when somebody laughs,
You
you have it. They're yours.
Something else.
And if they do something else, oh well,
But,
delete, next.
but there was a second, so, oh, great.
Repairs and improvements. Yeah, great, how are you feeling? Oh, I'm feeling fine, I'm doing great, wonderful. Is your property in a trust? So that when the time comes, it'll convey to who you want it to. Now, when you die,
Yeah.
when the time comes, will it convey to who you want it to? And if they say no, oh, great. Let me get you the name of an excellent trust attorney that can help you with that. What's your phone number? What's your email address? I've got your address right here. Your name is, okay, great. Now you've got a contact. And now you find a trust attorney that will call them and help them out.
And then let's say they say, yes, I have it in a trust.
Great.
Repairs and.
Wonderful. Do you need any help with any repairs or improvements? Because I've got great people that I work with that I can refer to you. You're giving to others. Roger, what's your plan of attack for lead generating?
The 2 things I was thinking about doing is also the open house.
Okay.
I could do it 6 days a week,
Mhm.
just a few hours a day.
Yeah.
And then also, I want to try to figure out using my sphere of influence. I
Yes.
have people who are kind of on the peripheral edge of it. I'm in these different, I guess, chats for Chinese
Yeah.
people of South Bay, so there's like thousands of people.
Yeah.
And they're always kind of buying and selling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I can contact them, each one.
Yeah.
Because pretty much they all either buying or selling,
Yeah.
or they know someone's buying or selling.
Yeah. Figure that out. Because you're 100% correct. Yeah. How do you get into that group? What's the value that you can give to that group? That they will say, oh yeah, we want you as a part of this.
Well, I'm in a lot of these groups, but like my big value is a lot of these people, they don't speak English. So I can speak Chinese and I can speak English. I can show them kind of
Dynamite.
a lot of some of them are from different countries.
Yeah.
And then they'll come in and they say, okay, this is say San Pedro
Yeah.
or Torrance.
Yeah.
Which part should I live in?
Yeah.
which part has better schools for children.
Yeah.
I can do that for them.
Yeah, awesome, fantastic, do it. What are you doing? To lead generate,
Open houses,
open houses, how many days a week?
like right now, none actually.
None. How are we lead generating with no open houses?
Like, I thought we were talking about what we.
What are you gonna do tomorrow to lead generate?
Well, I work at a property management company.
Okay, got it. So all of those tenants,
Yeah.
a percentage of them every year terminate their tenancy because they're gonna buy.
Yeah.
How do you find them? Without violating whatever you're doing with the property manager?
Conflict.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
That's kind of tough.
Yeah.
I've thought about, because I
But
have all the
coworkers.
contacts, everything, but
Yeah,
I don't know if it's ethical.
I don't,
However,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know the solution for you on that, because are you marketing to bring in tenants? Or are you managing the property?
no, I'm just a leasing agent.
Leasing agent, so you're leasing the tenants?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, so once the tenant's in there, do they contact you if they're terminating their tenancy?
Yeah. 3-day notice.
And the problem is, they've already decided who the agent that works with at that point. If they're terminating their tenancy, they're in contract,
Yeah,
and that's why they're terminating.
that's true though, because.
How do you find them before that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually true, because they already have a place, like some guy moved to Hawaii.
Yeah.
He already bought his.
Did you sign something with the property management company saying you can't do business on the site?
I just kind of read it by my property manager and kind of let her stance on it.
and what did that person say?
She didn't really advise it.
She didn't advise?
Yeah, but
Here's something.
one thing that I thought about doing, that capitalizing on all the people I moved in already, was for them to leave me a Google review on my real estate.
That wouldn't hurt you, it definitely would not
But
hurt you.
that'd kind of be like
The reason-
conversation started.
Exactly, see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, hey, are you thinking about terminating your tenancy and buying a house?
Yeah.
No, hey, really enjoyed having you as a tenant here, you're fantastic, really appreciate you. And FYI, I'm in real estate, obviously property management, I also help people that are looking to buy, sell, or invest. Who do you know that might be thinking about buying, selling, or investing? And if you're just in communication with them, having conversation with them, at some point, some of them will go, you know what? We've saved up some money and we're tired of paying rent and we want to own our own place. Great, let me help you out with that.
Well, and what I was gonna say is, I was in property management, is usually like you follow up like 6 months, because if you're gonna renew the lease, right?
Oh, yeah,
So you're renewing.
a year.
Well, but we usually do it at 9 months, 3 months before it expires.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I feel like if you do it 6 months before, right, you might get them where they're starting to think,
Yeah, ours is a little hard because it's monthly after.
Right.
well, everybody is in Cali,
Yeah.
but you always reach out like
Yep.
6 months in.
Yeah,
And then that way you
You
can
know, yeah,
get
that's
there.
true, yeah.
All right, I've got to get going. Any other questions before I bail? Did you get value today?
Yes, yes.
Do you work in this office or?
I'm with the Hoffman Murphy team,
Oh, yeah.
and so we are our own separate sub-market center, but we're a part of the Keller Williams South Bay office. Yeah, Hoffman Murphy's been around for 30-something years in the market.
And for like speaking with the title rep,
Yeah.
like Ben or
Yep.
anybody here.
Yep. Yeah. All of them will be happy to help you out. Why do Ben and all those other title reps come here and talk to us?
Right? Like,
They want business from
yeah, I
us.
was gonna say we help them, they help us.
Exactly. So, yeah, all of them can help you out. So, yeah, find out how big that farm is, make a plan. Find out how big your farm is and make a plan. Get into that group and make a plan.
That's my.
Just start talking to your phone. All right.
Sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Mom.